Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll just I'll give the overview of module 1 in this class. In the module 1, uh, we have seen the concept. We have seen the concept like what is MEMS and microsystem, typical MEMS and microsystem products, microsystem and microelectronics, multidisciplinary nature of microsystem design and manufacture, microsystem and miniaturization, application of microsystem. So these are the topics that we studied in module 1. And if I take the first part, so first part is nothing but the MEMS and microsystem. Now, it's the term MEMS we have seen it is an abbreviation of micro electromechanical system. MEMS contain a component of size 1 micrometer to 1 millimeter. And now why I am designing MEMS? MEMS is constructed to achieve a certain engineering function or function by electromechanical or electrochemical means. That is the aim or that is the purpose of designing a MEMS system. Okay, so it's an engineering system that performs electrical and mechanical function with a component in micrometer is a MEMS, and it's a process used to create a tiny integrated devices or system that that combine mechanical and electrical component. They are fabricated using integrated circuit batch processing technique and can range in size from few micrometer to few millimeter. Okay, so what they can do, so they can sense, they have the ability to sense, control and actuate on micro scale and generate effects on macro scale. And what are the different MEMS product available? So I have micro sensor, micro actuator, the read and write head in a computer storage system, inkjet printer head, micro device component such as the mini robot, toys, microsurgical and mobile telecom equipment. Okay, so why MEMS? So it's an pioneer technology for miniaturization and it is a leading technology for the 21st century. Okay, so now these are the things we have seen. So now say I'll take a MEMS and microsystem. So now we have seen it's an abbreviation for the micro electromechanical system and the size of the component is from 1 micrometer to 1 millimeter. So now if I take any MEMS, so it will have two core elements. The two core elements, so one is the sensing element and other one is the actuating element. So if I take any MEMS component, so it will have two element in it, either a sensing element and an actuating element and a signal transduction unit. So this is very important. Can be I can have a micro sensor or I can have a micro actuator. In that there will be a sensing element, micro sensing element, or if I take the actuator, I have micro actuating element along with the signal transduction unit. Okay, so now what are the different micro sensors available? So the micro sensor, I can have biosensor, chemical sensor, optical sensor, thermal sensor, pressure sensor. Okay, so we have seen the example how a pressure sensor is working. So in a pressure sensor, what I have is I have a silicon diaphragm, and that silicon diaphragm is made up of the piezoresistor. When the force or the pressure falls onto the diaphragm, there's a change in the shape or there's a deformation in the diaphragm happening, and if there is any change in the shape, deformation, there's a change in the resistance, and the change in the resistance I'll convert into voltage. So that is the function of the pressure sensor. Okay, so similarly, if I take the now micro actuator, so I have a micro actuating element, there's a signal transduction unit, and along with there's a power supply and an output signal. Okay, so in general, so now what is microsystem? So this is very important. So I should be able to now differentiate between a MEMS and microsystem. A microsystem is an engineering system that contain MEMS component that are designed to perform specific engineering function. So that means my microsystem will have a MEMS component in it. So if I take this example now, so now this is my microsystem. So in my microsystem, I have a microsensor as well as a micro actuator, and along with that, there's a signal transduction unit. So I have sensor, I have actuator, and there's a signal transduction unit. So all this put together, I'll get a micro system. I'll get a micro system. Okay, so in one example, so we have seen it's an airbag. So this airbag, it is used in an automobile. So what will happen is, so if my acceleration or deacceleration rate, it is beyond certain limit, my inertia sensor, so my inertia sensor will sense the acceleration and deacceleration rate of the car, and it will actuate the airbag to get open. So that is one example of microsystem. Okay, so now what are the different microsystem product available? So I have a I'll get micro gear. So micro gear, so it's we have seen that size, it is the size of an ant head, and the pitch of the gear, it is the order of 100 micrometer. And how it is produced? It is produced by the Liga process. And what is that Liga process? We have seen in the module 5. Okay, so this is an example of micro gear. So you can see here. Okay. So now you can see here. So this is a micro gear. So this is a micro gear, and this is the size of the ant head. So micro gear is very small compared to the ant head. Okay, so similarly, I have micro motor. The micro motor, so you see here the gap between the stator and the rotor, it is the 4 micrometer. So similarly, I have the micro turbine. So micro turbine, so the maximum rotation speed I can have 150,000 RPM, and the lifetime up to 100 million rotation. So this micro turbine, small micro turbine. And similarly, I can have micro optical component. Okay, so next is very important. So next, what is the difference between the microelectronics and microsystem? So now, uh, so it is a well recognized fact that microelectronics is one of the most influential technology of the 20th century. The boom of the micro electromechanical system industry in the recent years would not have been possible without the maturity of microelectronics technology. So that means the microelectronics technology, it is the base for the micro electromechanical system. So now if I compare the microelectronics and microsystems, so this is very important. And in the microelectronics, they use single crystal silicon die and the silicon compounds and plastic. Whereas in the micro system, they use along with the single crystal silicon die, so few other components such as the quartz, polymer, and other metals. And microelectronics, they transmit electricity for the specific electric function. And microsystem, they perform a great variety of the specific biological, chemical, electromechanical, and optical function. So if I take the microsystem, the function, it is not limited to a single purpose, but it is multifunctional. The microelectronics, the structure is 2D structure, and microsystem, it is the complex 3D structure. Microelectronics, the component are stationary, but whereas in the microsystem, it involve the moving component. And in the microelectronics, there are fewer component. Microsystem has many component, and the mature microelectronics, it has the mature IC design methodology. So whereas in the microsystem, there's a lack of engineering design methodology and standards. So these are some of the difference between the microsystem and microelectronics. And next is the multidisciplinary nature of microsystem. So in the multidisciplinary, it's very important. Now, if I take any microsystem, so there are basically 5 engineering disciplines so that are involved in the microsystem design. So what are that? What are they? So first is the mechanical engineering, second is the electrical engineering, third is the chemical engineering, fourth is the material engineering, and fifth is the industrial engineering. And if I take the mechanical engineering, so mechanical engineering principle, so they are used primarily in the design of microsystem structure and packaging of component. Similarly, the electrical engineering involves electrical power supply and the function control and signal processing circuit. If I take the chemical engineering is essential component in the microfabrication and micro manufacturing. Almost all such process involve the chemical reaction. And if I take the material engineering, so material engineering offers design engineers a selection of available material, and there are amenable to microfabrication and micro manufacturing as well as packaging. And if I take the industrial engineering, so industrial engineering relate to the production and assembly of micro system. And final is the okay. So this is also very important. And what is why I am going for the miniaturization? What are the advantages of miniaturization? So if I take the advantages of miniaturization, the first advantage is when as things become small, the smaller system tend to move and stop more quickly due to low mechanical inertia. And the miniaturized system, so they encounter less thermal distortion and mechanical vibration due to low mass. So these are the basic 2 advantages of miniaturization. One is they tend to move and stop more quickly. Similarly, they encounter less thermal and mechanical vibration. So miniature devices are particularly used for the biomedical and aerospace application. And a smaller size of the system means less space requirement and less material also, and the power consumption is also very less. So these are the advantages of micro or the going for the miniaturization. So next, if I take the application of the microsystem, the application of the microsystem particularly into the automobile, if I take, they are categorized in the 4 different area. So one is the safety, second is the engine and powertrain, third comfort and convenience, and fourth is vehicle diagnostic and health monitoring. Okay, so now if I take the safety, in safety, I have the MEMS component in airbag, anti-lock braking system, suspension system, object avoidance, navigation, and if I take the engine and powertrain, so my MEMS have the application in airflow control, exhaust gas analysis and control, crankshaft positioning, fuel injection control, engine knock detection. Similarly, if I take the comfort and convenience, I can have seat control, rider's comfort, security, sensors for defogging and windshield, satellite navigation sensor. And if I take the vehicle diagnostic and health monitoring, I can have sensor for engine coolant temperature and quality, engine oil level and quality, tire pressure, brake oil pressure and level, transmission of fluid, fuel level and pressure. Okay, and other than the automobile industry, the MEMS, they find application in this 5 selected industrial sector. The one application in the healthcare industry, application in aerospace industry, application in industrial product, application in consumer product, application in telecommunication. So these are the 5 different areas, application areas of MEMS, and each one is explained. Okay, so this is the just an overview of module 1. So just an overview of module 1. So if I quickly summarize, this. Okay, I quickly summarize. So first we have to define what is MEMS. So MEMS is a component, the size from 1 micrometer to 1 millimeter, and what is their ability? So they have the ability to sense, control, and actuate on micro scale and generate effect on macro scale. So that is the definition of MEMS. That is the definition of the MEMS. Why it is designed or why it is constructed? It is constructed to achieve certain engineering function or function by electromechanical or electrochemical means. And what are the core element of MEMS? The core element of MEMS are sensing or actuating element and a signal transduction unit. So if I take a microsensor, it will have a microsensing element and a signal transduction unit. Similarly, if I take a micro actuator, I have micro actuating element, signal transduction unit. So that is about the definition of MEMS. And next is, what is microsystem? So microsystem is an engineering system that contains MEMS component that are designed to perform specific engineering function. And if I take this example, it's an example for microsystem where I'll have microsensor, I have micro actuator, along with that there's a signal transduction unit or the signal processing unit. Okay, so now what are the different microsystem products available? So the different microsystem products available are the micro gear, the micro motor, micro turbine, and micro optical components. So they are the different micro system products available. So next is the evolution of microfabrication. So the fabric in the why it is say why because so this we have seen in the module 5 also. So the traditional the mechanical design or the fabrication, so such as the matching, drilling, milling, casting, welding. So with that technology cannot be used to design and fabricate a microsystem. So for that we have the different the manufacturing techniques such as the bulk micro manufacturing, surface micro matching, and the Liga process. That was the evolution of the microfabrication. Okay, so this also we have seen the isotropic etching, anisotropic etching in the module 4, and the importance or the base for the microelectromechanical system is the microelectronics. We have seen the difference between the microelectronics and microsystem. This is very important from exam point of view. The difference between microelectronics and microsystem. And next, the multidisciplinary nature of the microsystem engineering. So the five engineering disciplines that are involved in the microsystem design, manufacture, and packaging are mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, chemical engineering, material engineering, and the industrial engineering. So, what is their role? The role of each engineering discipline is explained. Okay, so next, what are the advantages of miniaturization and what are the application of microsystem? So it can be specifically to the automobile industry or to the other 5 selected industrial sector. So it can be in healthcare, aerospace, industrial, consumer, and telecommunication. Okay, so overview of module 1. So MEMS and microsystem, typical MEMS and microsystem products such as the micro motor, micro gear, micro turbine, micro optical sensor, then microsystem and microelectronics. Here, you have to differentiate between microelectronics and microsystem. Then, multidisciplinary nature of the microsystem design and engineering, microsystem design and manufacture. Then, microsystems and miniaturization. What are the advantages of miniaturization? And finally, the application of microsystem. So this an overview of module 1, and if I take the VTU question paper, uh, wait a minute. I see. Okay, so the VTU question paper, last year VTU question paper. So explain the difference between MEMS and microsystem. Explain the difference between MEMS and microsystem. So here you have to start from what is MEMS, then what are the core element of MEMS, can be microsensor and microactuator. Finally, what is microsystem? Next question, explain the multidisciplinary nature of the microsystem. Again, here you have to explain the 5 engineering discipline that are involved in the design of microsystem. Next, what are the most obvious distinction between microelectronics and microsystem? Give at least 4 distinct advantages of miniaturization of machines and devices. This also we have seen. Again, so important. So explain the difference between MEMS and microsystem. Explain the multidisciplinary nature of the microsystem. What are the most obvious distinction between microelectronics and microsystem? Give at least 4 distinct advantages of miniaturization of machine and devices. So these are the 4 questions that has come in the last question paper. And this year, there's a possibility of the application of MEMS, maybe particularly into the automobile industry, or the application of MEMS into the other areas, maybe the healthcare, aerospace. Only that question is left. Other than that, most of the question has been repeated. It's been repeated. Okay, so this question has come, MEMS and microsystem. Possibility of the question from the typical MEMS and microsystem product may come, like what are the different MEMS product available. You can give the example starting from micro gear, micro motor, micro turbine, and micro optical sensor. Then this question has come, the differentiate between microsystem and microelectronics. This question has also come, the multidisciplinary nature. Then this also come, as it has come in the question paper, microsystem and miniaturization. What are the advantages of miniaturization? Application of microsystem, it has not come, and the probability of coming this time is more. What are the different application of microsystems? The students, you can start the revision of module 1. Now today is almost May 19. May 19. Only few days are left. A few days are left. So you can do the revision of module 1. And if you have any doubt with respect to module 1, you can discuss in the next class. In the next class, we'll do the overview of module 2. Any doubt here? Any doubt? So we can module 1 is very easy. The few concepts you have to understand. Very easy to remember also. If you have any doubt, you can clarify. Otherwise, we'll end the class. Any doubt? I shared the PPT of module 1 in the Moodle also, as well as in the Google Classroom also. You can go through it. And if you have any doubt regarding the module 1, you can clarify in the next class. So we'll end the class. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.